are the top 3 best sunscreens per your skin type that doesn't leave you gray, ashy, or sting your eyes. The Neutrogena Hydro Boost sunscreen is amazing for dry skin. This is a very thick formula and it almost leaves a greasy feel if you have oily skin. So this will be best suited for dry skin folks. It will give you that glass skin glow, and no, it doesn't leave a white cast on darker skin tones. If you have combination skin, the one from Isntree is an amazing option. This is really lightweight, it is water based, contains hyaluronic acid, and it's perfect for that glass skin glow. It doesn't leave a white cast and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I highly recommend this. 10 out of 10. It's my personal favorite. If you have extremely oily skin or you're acne prone as well, this is a perfect option for you. It's very liquidy, so it will hydrate you without leaving you feeling heavy or cakey, and it has a tint to it just in case you have hyperpigmentation or dark marks from your acne. The La Roche-Posay Anthelios is an amazing option. It's really liquidy. Try and opt for the non-scented one because this one has a very strong fragrance. I personally don't mind the scent, but some people may be sensitive. If you are, opt for the fragrance-free version.
Okay, so I like this question. What sunscreen would you recommend on a dark skin? So dark skin, I'm assuming melanin rich. Regardless of what melanin rich or the lack thereof, you need to wear sunscreen. So my favorite one for my black and brown people, melanin rich people, is Black Girl Sunscreen. This is their original OG formula. It has shea butter, avocado oil, and obviously all that other great jazz that makes it SPF. So it comes in like this, real light. I typically recommend this for my normal to dry skin. I don't pretty much like it for oily skin types. As you can see, it leaves little to no, actually no streak at all. And this is what I use on myself. For my clients that are more fair skinned or my melanin rich people that are, really oily, I like to use Unseen Sunscreen by Supergoop. This is their sample size because this sunscreen is a little bit pricey. But it works, it gets the job done, and I use this one as well. But like I said, mainly for my oily, melanin rich people, as well as my not so melanin rich fair skinned. So it comes and applies like this. Like I said, it's a really light matte finish. See that? And it absorbs like that. So neither one leaves a streak. This one's just a little bit more mattifying. No oiliness. The Black Girl Sunscreen has shea butter, avocado, jojoba, so it's a little bit thicker. So it really just depends. As you can see, both of them do what needs to be done. Black Girl Sunscreen leaves a little bit of a shine. But like I said, if you have oily skin, I do not recommend this one. I recommend Unseen Sunscreen by Supergoop. As you can see, no shine, but I'm covered. So hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully the tutorial shows you what you need to do. Boom. Black Girl Sunscreen or Unseen Sunscreen by Supergoop.
3 sunscreens that I'm actually obsessed with. On top of my list is the Bondi Sands because it is made for Australia's hot burning sun. It means that it gives you really good protection. It doesn't leave any white cast. It's good for skin of color. Plus, it absorbs into the skin. It doesn't peel off. The other thing I really love about it, it's a SPF 50. It's really good. I'm never getting tired of buying this one because first of all, well, it does have tint and plus it's good for acne prone skin. I have a really long list of sunscreens that I like, but these are the few ones. The Supergoop one, Unseen Sunscreen, it's my favorite one.
Alright, now come let me show you a sunscreen for buy. So if you have acne prone skin, get that one here. If sunscreen burn your eye, get that one here. If you're lazy and you feel like you don't want to rub it in, get that one here. If you're bougie and you feel like you want something from France, get that one here. If you have sensitive skin, get that one here. If you have oily skin, get that one here. Like and follow for part 2.
I saw this question whilst I was getting ready for work and I thought I might as well show you. As a black girl, I take tanning very seriously and I actually have to use quite a few bits, otherwise I end up looking like 50 Shades of Chocolate. But most importantly on my face, I use this one, the La Roche-Posay SPF 50. And when I say this thing is invisible, let me show you. I've already put some on, so I'm not going to put much more on. But look, gone. And then a really good SPF 50 for the body is the Bondi Sands one. This is also invisible. I use this on my face sometimes as well. 10 out of 10. On my legs, I use SPF 8 because otherwise they will literally stay yellow all summer. all summer. And this one is by Malibu. And yeah, it's pretty clear. I think because it's a low SPF, you really don't have to worry too much. And then on my body, I use the Garnier Ombre Solaire 30 SPF. And this one is decent. It's not necessarily invisible, but I've not had any problems with it. But yeah, this is everything I use. It is my absolute mission to get as dark as possible this summer. And I love seeing black girls tan, so I want to see us all there.
Here are the best sunscreens with no white cast and for dark skin tones. First, the Purito Unscented Centella SPF 50. This one is a Korean sunscreen with no white cast whatsoever. It feels like a moisturizer, it absorbs super quickly into the skin, and it's my personal favorite sunscreen of all time. If you had to pick one, choose this one. Next is the Xeroclear Soft UV Area Essence SPF 50. If you have oily skin, this one is a godsend because it's so lightweight, you can apply it multiple times, there's no white cast whatsoever, and it's also a Korean sunscreen as well. Honestly, this one is so good. If you want to buy something in USA stores, the First Aid Beauty Weightless Mineral SPF 50 is bomb because it has a tint to it that works for darker skin tones, and it's also mattifying, so it won't leave you looking greasy or oily whatsoever. I've been using this one every day for a month. And if you have dry skin, Crave Beauty's The Beet Shield SPF 50 is awesome because it's like a lightweight serum, but it definitely gives you that overall glow and doesn't feel like your typical sunscreen, while still giving you the highest protection level possible. If you want to see more recommendations, go watch my video, The Best Sunscreens for Dark Skin Tones. 100% of the AdSense revenue is being donated to Black Lives Matter, and I hope you find one you love. Love you guys.
You're still on the hunt for that perfect sunscreen that doesn't feel heavy and greasy and leave a white cast on the skin. This is the new series for you because I've tested out over 50 sunscreens and I'm going to share the absolute best ones. First is the Skin Aqua UV Super Moisture Gel. This is easily one of the lightest weight sunscreens that I've ever tested out. It dries down so quickly, it almost just feels like water on the skin. It has a combination of old and next generation chemical filters like octinoxate, Tenosorb S, and Juvenile T150. Here's the finish after 2 applications. It's very natural and does not make your skin look shiny whatsoever. So if you have oily skin, you will be obsessed. Stay tuned for part 2.
I tested over 40 sunscreens so you don't have to. Here are my favorites, part 1. First up is the BLK Daydream Airy Sunscreen in Sheer. This is hands down one of my favorite sunscreens by a Filipino brand. Although the airless pump is not my favorite for dispensing, I really like this sunscreen because it's lightweight, non-greasy, and blends out really easily. It has 4 UV filters, mostly old generation. But when combined, they give SPF 50 broad spectrum PA+++ protection. This is the finish after applying 2 finger lengths of sunscreen. It's natural and comfortable with no white cast. Perfect for normal to oily skin. Stay tuned for part 2.
Today we're going to be testing out whether or not this sunscreen is black girl friendly. This is the B10 SPF is your BFF sunscreen lotion in SPF 30. It claims to be cruelty free and vegan and has jojoba oil, argan oil, and vitamin C. So let's give it a whirl. My first impression was that it smelled really good. It also wasn't too sticky and oily, but the real test is, will it leave a cast? I was a little worried at the start, I'm not going to lie. Then I remembered that sunscreen is thick, blended it out, and I'm going to say it passed. If you're not a lotion girl, they also have a sunscreen spray. I normally don't like sprays because they're really sticky. This one passed the test. So they're black girl approved.
This is my highly requested best drugstore sunscreens. Some of these are dark skin friendly. Sadly, they were out of it, but it's from this Hydro Boost line from Neutrogena. This sunscreen blends into every single skin tone, and in terms of
here's why I love Black Girl Sunscreen. 0 white cast. Lightweight formula. Super hydrating. Absorbs quickly. Did I mention 0 white cast? SPF protects our skin from the harsh rays of the sun and prevents skin problems such as hyperpigmentation, scarring, and premature signs of aging. The best sunscreen ever. So lightweight, no white cast, good for all skin types. Holy grail.